He got me a fossil fish. Are you kidding? A fossil fish? She owes me $6,000. Are you sure that we are 100% sure on this whole entire situation? Because I'm like $6,000 short on my freaking savings because of you. Can I get that Gucci bag for my birthday? That was sad. Hey, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna be doing something that is kind of similar to my previous video. Reading fanfics. I'm not gonna be reading fanfics today. No, I'm not doing that, you know? I'm not gonna be doing that. I mean, the fanfictions, they were cute, they were nice, they were fun, they were amazing to have around, and they were nice to just like do it, but we're not gonna be doing that today. Today, I'm gonna be reading a few things from Reddit. Yes, Reddit is a really creepy place. It's a really weird place as well, but I'm gonna be reading things from the Am I a-hole list. Now this Reddit forum is basically based on people who are really doubting themselves and who don't know if they are the a-hole in certain situations. And today we're going to be finding out, are they the a-hole in this? So honestly, I also found out that it has 12 million members. I mean, I personally never expected that 12 million members would be joining a forum on Reddit like that. And there's 58,000 online, so honestly, I would not be surprised if suddenly we get a few new ones in here. I think we should just read the first one, see what it says. Am I the a-hole for crying after I didn't like what I got for my birthday? It was my 16th mil birthday yesterday, and I was opening the gifts that my parents had bought me. I've never been interested in sports. I find it really boring. I like painting and art way more, and my parents know that. Almost every birthday, they give me sport-related gifts, footballs, some team merch, etc. I don't even know what some of it is because I couldn't give a about sports. I asked my parents to get me a specific set of pens for my birthday. I've wanted them for ages. I opened my present and every single one of them was sport related. I just sat there and started crying in front of them. I didn't mean to cry, it was embarrassing, but I feel like they never listened to me. They spent all this money on expensive gifts that they know I hate and will never use. I told them this and they accused me of being ungrateful and said that I've ruined the day. They sent me to my room and I haven't really spoken to them since. Am I the a-hole? Should I just be grateful that they got me anything at all? Okay, listen, there's like a two-sided thing to this. Your parents are kind of right when it comes to the whole ungrateful part. But if this was me, I would cry as well. I mean, if I have certain interests and I literally ask for like a specific thing on my birthday, if it's affordable and my parents can buy it and they buy me something completely different that is much more expensive and out of pocket than the thing I asked for, then I'll be crying as well. I'll be like, are you for real? Like, we talked. Are you like not listening to me? Like, I have a mouth for something. You guys have ears for something. Can you not listen? That's kind of crazy. I feel bad for this guy though, because like he just turned 16. He keeps getting like these sport ass presents when he's clearly not sporty. I bet he's a twink, like a white boy. but besides that, he is clearly making it clear he doesn't want sport gifts. He just wants something new. So mom and dad, listen to him, and no, you are not the a-hole for this. I would cry as well. Let's be honest, we would all cry. I think that the would I be an a-hole posts are also quite interesting. Will I be the a-hole if I bought myself the birthday present I wanted? I mean, I'm already telling you, no. I just turned 50, female. For my present, I asked my husband for a gold necklace. I don't have a great deal of jewelry, and I want to have a nice gold pendant that I could wear with the gold earrings I recently acquired. Money is not an issue. Good for you, good for you. Stable queen. I didn't tell him get me this specific one, but I did give parameters, examples of the sort of thing I like, etc. He got me a fossil fish. I mean, if this was kind of like paired with the question of the 16-year-old guy that was like insecure about whether he was the a-hole or not for crying about his birthday present, then I would say, no, you're not the a-hole. Your husband is. Because who gets a fossil fish? A fossil fish? Girl, what the f is even a fossil fish? Like, what is that supposed to look like? Is it like a... Is that this? Is that what a fossil fish is? What is a fossil fish? Girl, I gotta search it up first. What is a fossil fish? Is that just like a cone with like the fish embroidered in it? Who wants that for their birthday? Are you kidding? Anyways, woman, you should divorce that man. A fossil fish? Are you kidding? It's a slab of stone, 10 inches wide with a beautifully preserved 50 million year old fish. It's really lovely as a fossil fish. And I'm sure it was very expensive, but it's my 50th birthday and I really wanted a gold necklace. He didn't get me one because he wasn't sure he'd pick something I liked, which is legit, and he thought I would like the fish. I do like the fish, but I cannot wear the fish due to it being a fucking great piece of rock with a fish in it. I know he did his best with love, and I do appreciate it. It's a great fossil fish. I do not want him to think he up in buying me the fish because it's a really nice thing to have. So will I be the a-hole and hurt his feelings if I went out and bought myself the expensive-ish piece of gold jewelry I actually wanted as a consolation prize for being 50? No, you will not be the a-hole. And let me tell you why. Because you like the fossil fish. Good for you. Now get yourself a good present. Like actually, sometimes you're allowed to treat yourself. And this is a time that I would say, go girl, go to that fucking jewelry store, get that gold necklace, and then show your freaking husband. Be like, look at this. Look, I got this piece of fucking gold you didn't even give me, girl. Are you kidding? A fossil fish? If someone gave me a fossil fish for my 50th birthday, when I know money is not an issue, and I specifically said, okay, maybe I want like a gold necklace, you know, this? I mean, she literally says money is not a problem. So then why, Mr. Husband, Mr. 50-year-old fossil fish, why are you giving her a fossil fish? That's kind of insane, honestly. Like, why would you give, what the No, you will not be the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister she is the reason I hardly know her kids? My sister and I have never been that close. As kids, we got along fine, but she was 2 years older and thought she knew everything, and at times it could be very annoying. As teenagers, we really didn't interact all that much. In our early 20s, we tried to be closer, but if she was very know-it-all and also looked at me as someone who was much younger than her instead of as a sister with only 2 years of an age gap. He had some more issues when I got married first, and then when I didn't tell her about my first miscarriage. She found out a couple of years later. My sister and I ended up being pregnant at the same time. She was due 4 weeks ahead of me. 2 days before she gave birth, my daughter was stillborn. She showed up at the hospital and offered her support, but was also very insensitive. She told me to focus on the positive and that her baby was due any day and would be alive and a celebration for the family. She showed back in the hospital room the day her oldest son was born, which was 3 days after I lost my daughter. I asked her to please leave, but she didn't, and she told me being around my niece would actually help me heal. My husband had to call a nurse to get her out. I was so broken that I couldn't be happy to see my niece. For the following 2 months, my sister was trying really hard to get me to spend time with her and her oldest and focus on them. She had 3 more daughters in the years that followed. I had several miscarriages in that time also. I actually never met her youngest 2 girls because I ended up avoiding any family gatherings she would attend. Every single time we were at the same place, she would feel the need to say I could get over my own losses with her kids, would feel the need to point out that I didn't need to be a mom because I had her girls. I asked her to stop, my husband asked her to stop, our brother asked her to stop. She would not stop. Damn, that's kind of crazy, honestly. She got more insensitive as time went on. She told me I shouldn't be capable of holding so much sadness and grief when her children were in the world. I couldn't emotionally handle it. The whole thing was too much for me. It drove me crazy. I snapped at her once and she acted like I hadn't and proceeded to let me know that her kids should be enough for me. With a lot of help, I became pregnant again at the start of this year, and my son was born not too long ago. My sister took it upon herself to show up and tell me I missed out on a decade with her kids, and how could I justify not knowing my own flesh and blood, especially when I finally got what I wanted. She called me selfish. I told her she was the reason for that she was insensitive and cruel, always ignoring my boundaries and pushing her kids on me when I was grieving and could not fill the void with her kids. She told me her kids are more than good enough, and how dare I accuse her of being at fault. I'm the selfish one. Am I the a-hole? I honestly think you're not the a-hole, because let's be for real. I mean, if your sister keeps pushing her freaking kids on you because you had multiple miscarriages and she thinks that she'll fix your sadness and grief with that, then your sister is not really your sister. Your sister is just a big ass B-I-T-C-H. B-I-C-T-H. And in that order. Like girly pop, you cannot even think that someone is gonna be healed from their losses by giving them like a substitute. It doesn't work like that. I mean, especially when I like read that they got into like this whole entire fight. I mean, are you for real? I mean, if your husband asked her to stop, your brother asked her to stop, and she would not stop. I mean, are you freaking kidding? Do you not know what stop is? Do you know what consent is? Because this kind of works the same way, you know? A yes is a yes, and a no is a no. And sometimes a yes is even a no. So don't get it all twisted up, you know? You're not the a-hole in this, hon. You are not. And be happy with your own kids. Okay, next. Ooh, this is a very interesting one. Am I the a-hole for insulting my father's girlfriend and telling her to get out of our lives? That's kind of heavy, not gonna lie. My mother was my world. I remember reading books, watching documentaries, and going on road trips with her. She baked my sister and... Wait, I'm sorry. She baked my sister? I didn't read what was next after that. She baked my sister and I cookies whenever we were sick. See, that's a lot better. Her and dad would take us hiking every other week. I still miss her even now. When I was 11 years old, she passed away from a driving accident. It was the hardest year in my life, and it hasn't gotten easier. 2 years after she passed, my father started dating a woman named Nicole, and 4 years later, they're getting married. Nicole is younger than my father. After dating Nicole, I saw my father come back into his shell, but it turned into something else. Nicole brought adventure back into his life, but they often went on elaborate trips and frequent night outs. Why can I not say frequent? During all of this, I felt neglected. My father slowly stopped taking my sister and I on our weekly hikes. He started speaking less and less over calls, and he even once forgot my mother's birthday. After she came into our lives, I started losing my father. He just wasn't there anymore. One time when my sister and I were home alone, she fell down the stairs and got a huge cut on her forehead. It was clear she needed stitches, so I called my father immediately. Nicole answered the phone, and I told her to give the phone to my father. She refused, saying he was busy, and before I could get another word in, she disconnected the call. Are you kidding? I embarrassingly had to ask the neighbor to bring us to urgent care, where my dad later met us. This woman at one point removed my mother's picture from the fire mantle to put up a picture of her and my dad from their trip to Washington. The thing that tipped me over was when she made my father forget about my mother's birthday. Every year, my sister and I go out with my father to visit my mother on her birthday. It was an annual tradition even before Nicole entered our lives. Nicole and my father went on a trip to Florida and were supposed to be back 3 days before my mother's birthday. But because this woman is motion sick, my father decided to break the drive back into small intervals to make it easier on her. Because of this, he ended up missing our annual trip? And he didn't even call us? Wait, so he literally cut it up into small pieces to make it stretch out into 3 days? He was supposed to be there 3 days beforehand, so he stretched it out for 3 days? Is this dad like not 100% clear in his mind? Not even a week later, my father has the nerve to tell us about an exciting surprise. Nicole is pregnant. I get angry and tell my father, you need to knock her ass up when you can't even be here for us. I then look at Nicole and tell her she is a disgusting piece of trash and to get out of our lives. My father gets angry and yells at me to go up to my room. Later, my grandpa unexpectedly came over to pick me up. My father didn't text me S. Even as I left, he wouldn't even look at me. It's been 2 days and I'm still at my grandparents' home. I feel ashamed for saying what I said, yet I don't feel overwhelming regret. Am I the a-hole? I mean, you could have taken it a little bit lighter. We can all agree on this one, right? Like, genuinely, Nicole has not done anything wrong. The fact that she's motion sick doesn't necessarily mean that she is the whole reason why your dad was too late. Your dad could have just like said, okay, you know what, deal with it. We're going back home before the birthday of my ex-wife. She died from like a tragic accident, so he probably still loved her at that time. I mean, fine for him that he got a Nicole, but why stretch the whole trip out to Florida in 3 days just to not be in time back for the birthday of their mother? Are you the a-hole in this? I would say yes, kind of, because Nicole cannot do anything about this. Yes, she's motion sick, but should have left earlier, right? That's the only problem. That she's pregnant? Fun, good. You're gonna have like a little half-sister, whatever. What happens, happens. You know, some people just like to have kids with more people, I guess. You got angry, you got mad, and you said some pretty hurtful stuff, I guess, to your father and to his new wife. Yes, 100%. Just talk about it. Talk it out. You're probably gonna be fine with it after the kid's born. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, I hate you because your mother this, your mother that, she's not my mother. Girl, be for real. Ooh, am I the a-hole for not adapting to my sister's disorder? Me, 19 female, and my sister, 13 female, are currently in a hotel room and are about to go to sleep. However, she keeps nagging me and everyone else in the room that we are being too loud. Keep in mind that she has misophonia, which is being sensitive to certain sounds. She is complaining about hearing the noise from when my fingertips are touching my screen, the ruffles of her bed sheets, and my mom breathing, etc. I started by telling her that she could put on headphones if she was bothered because we are all trying to sleep, and also she is being a little bit childish. She keeps groaning and nagging, so I eventually started to ignore her. She is getting more annoyed and claiming that we should respect her when she tells us something is bothering her. So am I the a-hole for keep telling her that we shouldn't have to adapt for her sake? No, you're not the a-hole for this. I mean, she has misophonia. She knows she has it, and she knows she's getting annoyed by these sounds very quickly, so why can't she not adapt to it? I mean, she can put in earplugs, or like you said, she can just like put on headphones, I guess. It's not that that difficult, you know? If you know you have a problem with something and you know that it will be at cost of other people, why can you not adapt yourself to change? Ooh, I found another one that's quite interesting as well. I mean, this one is quite fitting for me. Am I the a-hole for triggering my friend's eating disorder? I, 17 female, and my friend, 16 female, have been friends for almost a year. We are part of a friend group that are all single girls around 16 to 18. We are a very diverse group and we all have different body types, but they often bring up the fact that I am the thinnest one in the group. It makes me really uncomfortable because I don't know how to respond. My friend, Kay, confided in me and my other friend, T, about her eating disorder. Kay tells us she barely ever eats, and the only time she eats is with friends because she finds it easier. We made a habit to have lunch and breakfast with her as much as we could to encourage her to eat. I don't know about T, but I made sure to never talk about food, my body, or Kay's body around Kay. However, the group continued to make comments about how thin I am and how jealous they are of me, even after I pulled T aside to tell her to stop because it might trigger Kay. Over the next few months, whenever me and Kay would hang out, she would buy huge quantities of food, take 1 or 2 bites, and then ask me to finish it. When I was full, she would pressure me by complaining that I was wasting food and she spent all her money on it. Then she would stare at me while I finished the rest. She asked me to go to the beach with her and I agreed. She made multiple comments about my body which I ignored, and after that day, for about 2 weeks, she kept canceling plans and ghosting me. After 2 weeks, she asked to hang out. We had fun shopping and she bought a 6-pack of egg tarts. She ate half of one and asked me to eat the rest. I did, and she watched me eat the whole thing. After I was finished, she apologized for avoiding me for 2 weeks and she told me the reason was because I trigger her eating disorder. She told me, every time I see you, I want to starve myself. I was shocked because I made such a huge effort to not trigger her at all. She told me she loves being friends with me, but I make her jealous and she wishes she looked like me. I told her I was sorry if I triggered her, but I don't think that's the problem since I can't control what my body looks like and I have been going out of my way to not trigger her. She said she was sorry and I thought that was the end. I found out a week later that she has been talking S about me to my other friends and saying I purposely show my stomach to show off. Am I the a-hole? No. Are you freaking kidding? Why are you even questioning yourself? You cannot do anything about the fact that you're thin. Some people are just naturally really thin. There are some people that just have really fast metabolisms. It's quite genetic, so you cannot really do anything about it. And so I would not say that you are the a-hole for showing your body. You are not the a-hole. You cannot control your body. You cannot do much about it. I mean, you could gain weight, but why would you want to gain weight for someone else? Never change your body for someone else, guys. Okay, this is also quite a funny one. Will I be the a-hole if I didn't give a birthday gift to my sibling? My sister's birthday is in the beginning of October. She usually asks me to just sell her like $100 to $300 as a birthday gift. We don't live close to each other and normally do not see each other for birthdays. Now, my sister lost her job. She asked me for money to help her pay her bills. She owes me $6,000. Not a single dollar has been paid back yet, and it has been several months. Each time I ask, there is always some reason she can't pay a part of it back. That was 80% of my own savings. Are you kidding? $6,000? Are you insane? I would lend out maybe like a max of $1,000 to my little brother if he needed money. Maybe if he's like working on a big project and I know that he needs extra money and he knows that he's 100% sure he's gonna be able to pay back, then I would like give him like maybe the same amount to pay her bills. That's legit sugar daddy, sugar mommy type of situation. Like, sister, I just don't think that I should send her money when she already owes me so much money. She has not asked yet since birthday is in October, but if she does, will I be the a-hole in telling her, sorry, no, you owe me a lot of money and I can't send more? I feel like I will be the a-hole, but wanted outside input. Oh, there's also an edit. Since this was asked, we are both in our late 30s and I apologize for not including that. Oh, someone also brought up sending money to each other for our birthdays. We do not. I don't ask for gifts. If I really want something, I will just get it for myself. I feel bad asking others, hey, buy me this. Even if they ask what I want. When she does ask, my usual response has been a Starbucks gift card. Okay, so this girl, this girl that's thinking that she might be the a-hole for lending her freaking sister $6,000? The sister owes her $6,000. She isn't even asking a single penny. She isn't even asking for her birthday. All she's asking for is a freaking Starbucks gift card. Are you kidding? Cool, but not necessary is also what she says. Someone will probably give you like a $10, $5 coupon for the Starbucks, but lending out your sister $6,000, you saying,
sorry, no, you owe me a lot of money and I can't send more.
You will not be the a-hole for that. You will not be the a-hole for that. $6,000 in, I mean, that's crazy. Are you sure that we are 100% sure on this whole entire situation because you lost your job and I'm like $6,000 short on my freaking savings because of you? Can I get that Gucci bag for my birthday? Basically, that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I want to ask you all, will I be the a-hole if I upload this video late? 3, 2, 1. No, I will not be the a-hole. So thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you liked it. If you did not like this video, then shut your mouth and like this video anyways, or else I'll come to your house and get to you. Yes, that's a threat. Subscribe to my channel so that we can grow our little family tree into a family forest, and then I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!